Hello everyone and welcome back to DMG. Today I'm going to be working on repairing these speakers right here. But first I want to talk a bit more about the Dells. Now I've been using them as my daily driver on my XP system. No pun intended for speaker drivers. I've realized that they're made to match these kind of Dell Pentium 4 PCs. With the, gray and black kind of color scheme, you can really see it, it matches. And there's a model of these that had a subwoofer, so now my goal in life is to find the Dell subwoofer and get like sick Dell bass. I'm actually going to add this to my watch list. Not sponsored or anything. But today we're going to be working on these speakers over here. Sorry if you hear the CRT cooling down in the background, it is a bit loud while doing that. Here, I'll put my camera a bit like that, if that's good. Okay, here we go. Sorry for the strange setup. Now this is the speaker with the actual stuff in it. It's got the amp and everything for both speakers. And I can tell that because it has more wires and it's heavier. It's a very scientific procedure. Those are down in there. So yeah, it just has 4 little screws. Here, I'm going to void the warranty by opening it. Oh no. Yeah, because I was going to get my 1998 side-of-the-road speakers professionally repaired by an expert. Even though there is no one who is more of an expert than me. Now, that's a joke. Oh, actually, one more thing I want to say about the Dell, thinking about the driver reminded me. So these it's like a compound driver design that you don't see too very often. So you've got a paper cone on the inside and a silicone rubbery kind of ring on the outside. I actually quite like the design. It was already cracked. That was not my fault. And yes, those grills are intentionally removable. But I do quite like the design. You're getting, classic paper cone speaker, but that silicone will give it a bit more movement, so you're going to get better bass response than a typical paper cone out of it. You're going to hear a cut there because I hit my leg on the table and it was loud and embarrassing. Alright, here we go. I think that was the last screw. Oh, wow, that's a big driver. Honestly, was not expecting a driver that large. So, here, let me just pour those out. I don't often work on powered speakers, so speakers that have an internal amplifier. It's been a while since I've last worked on them. So it looks like everything is on one, board here. So, is this an op-amp? Alright, so I'm going to explain this circuitry a bit here. Here's your headphone jack, and it's a switching jack, so when you plug in the headphones, it just cuts the signal to the speaker drivers. Here's where all of your channels and power come in for the audio. The one with 3 wires is probably audio. The white is left, black is right, and middle and the red is ground or something like that. I just made those up. That's probably not the actual order. In here you've got filter caps for the channels, probably a power filter cap. And then under those wires you have your op-amp. That's your actual little amplifier circuit, this tiny chip down here. That's a bit out of focus. I will fix that for you. And then here is your speaker driver itself, which feels like a paper cone from the back. It's another one of those silicone and paper combinations, which is pretty cool. Now the pot, because it's all on one board, I'm not going to be able to just soak it. Here's your switch. Looks like those AT, whatever you want to call it, from Star Wars. You know, it's got the little legs and the head. You can't unsee it. Now this pot, is the knob removable? It is. So that's the flat side where it snaps back on. The best bet, okay, so it's a B10K. Those are very common, especially in audio circuits. Best bet might just be soaking it in alcohol. Especially, the back is really open, so I'd be able to get alcohol in it really easily. Cough. Drink for later. So I'm just gonna pour us a drink here. I don't know if the best is to take a Q-tip and get inside of it, or to just soak it in the alcohol. So I'm gonna do both. First, just, you know, get a Q-tip down in there to really try and clean it out. Now, of course, there's like grease inside the potentiometer. It's actually a little bit like thermal paste. It's like a lubricant, a conductive lubricant that helps it. And that might just be dried up. So, you know, after many, many years. So I might also need to replace that. Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming off onto the Q-tip, which is just, you love to see it. You love to see it. Now, of course, I can't just put thermal paste in it, because that's not the intended application of thermal paste. That'd just be a really cool potentiometer. And for those who care, the chip in here is a KA2209 8H03HL, the little op-amp chip. Wow, that was kind of gross. We're gonna need our magical CRT again. The alcohol will probably just evaporate away instead of shorting out, but how about something I'm allowed to play on YouTube? CUT 2004 music. Yeah. Yeah, boy. I love how that is like in the Unreal Tournament 2004 folder. That's funny. Here we go. It's a pretty deep track. So, I didn't break it, which is already good. It seems like I fixed the cutting out issue, but it still crackles a bit, so I'll work on that some more. So I'll just turn the pot with the alcohol in there. Guys who live next to me are probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. And it crackles more in the areas where I put less alcohol. So I think that strategy is really working for us. It's really crunchy at the end there. So yeah, I really do think all this needed was just a good clean. Now I could wow. It's not crunching at all until we get to the top end, which is fantastic. But, you know, of course it could use some more work. If it still crackles a little, I might just soak the potentiometer part of the board in the cup. I just cut away the sides of the cup a little so I can put it down in there. That's too loud. r/too loud. Don't go to that sub, it's probably something horrible. And also, wow, the like crackling is almost totally gone. Also, I just want to say quickly, I don't recommend cleaning anything that's more complex than a speaker board when it's plugged in and currently has power running through it. It's like surgery on a live patient. Especially with like alcohol. It would, you know, realistically, if a short happened, because of, you know, 12 volts, it just evaporate immediately, but I'd rather just not take that chance with anything more than a speaker. So I am going to switch these off and, you know, blow the board off. Get some of the excess alcohol out. There we go! That was probably the most satisfying snap I've ever heard. Watch it just fall apart again. No way! Alright, so, I'm probably going to title this video something like The Easiest Retro Speaker Repair or something like that, because honestly that is the easiest speaker repair job I've ever done, and I would seriously recommend this method. Now, I will go ahead and say a lot of potentiometers you couldn't just do that with. The back on that one was very open, and a lot of potentiometers don't have that, so you need to take the back off. But once you got it off, it'd be, you know, really similar. You could do the same thing. I'm really happy how that turned out. Looks like the only thing I screwed up a bit was the red LED. It's a bit more sunk into the case now than it once was. But if the only thing that I didn't do well was realigning a light, then this is a super successful project. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please do subscribe if this helped you or you enjoyed, and see you next time.